What's up, guys? Welcome to your Bitcoin update. I see everybody is at each other's throats. I can tell by my Twitter that this is most likely a top here, but we're going to take a look at the possibilities of what happens if it breaks. And for all of you that say change your lines, blah, 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 as you can see, our target here was 57,908. I did expect it to go around there. And you can see this is my last video on Thursday, 57,908 right here. And what I did expect is a rejection there. If we do break that, there is a possibility that we do go to new all-time highs. But there still is this resistance right here that I've had since we broke right here back in May. And that would be about 59,250, somewhere in there. That would pretty much tell me that this is not a bear market. But until then, I still believe we're in a bear market. Let's take a look at what's going on now. So there's a few different ways this could happen. If we've topped out here, this would be, we've talked about it before, this was 5 waves of A. This would have to be some kind of ABC, this being B, and then C all the way down. Now, there is another way that this is a triangle and not a zigzag ABC, and we've talked about that. And everybody expects price to go straight down in one day. That's not how it happens. That's not how this happened. That's not how this went up. It doesn't go in a straight line, guys. And for those of you that were wondering, yes, I'm still in my short, and I actually posted another short that I got in a different account, a smaller account with like $5,000. I went on 20 times leverage, which I do not suggest to go that high a leverage, especially if you're new to trading. And my risk management on that is just, that's just my play account. So anyways, I am still in my shorts here. My average right now is almost 53,000, about 52.7, right in that range. So anyways, I'm still in my short. Yes. Could I lose this trade? Yes. You got to accept losses, but my liquidation on that, I'll probably stop out if we get around that 60,000. I'll get my stops in there and take a pretty decent loss, but my liquidation is actually almost, it's above 64, almost 65 on that trade. So anyways, let's take a look at what's going on. Let's zoom in here a bit. Let me get that RSI off there. So as you can see, we hit that almost perfectly. And when I drew that line was 4 days ago. So you never know where it's going to hit on this trend line, but we did tag it damn near perfectly. And if you see this white line right here, that's the 0.786 fib. It's around 57,180, somewhere in that range. So daily close below that, and we're probably going to continue to the downside, in my opinion. What I did here was, let's take a look at this real quick. This would be the measured move up if we broke that, and you would take, I don't know if you guys can see that. There you go. You would take the highest point or the longest point right here of the wedge, bring it to the top to the breakout point if it was to break out here. And again, that's around 57,900 area. The bull market target, even if we did get a new all-time high this year, guys, I would not see $100,000 Bitcoin. 75 here, but if you look around, everybody's calling for 75 to 100,000 still. Right here, we're at 57,000. If you go back to all those guys' videos back at $60 to $63,000, they were calling for the same thing. It's human emotion, guys. So try to learn to control your emotion. It will help you tremendously in trading. So the measured move down would be right here. And I'm just calculating if this was to, you know, take another couple weeks to get back down to this, possibly a month, to get back to around that 47.8. And again, this could move. It could be back over here at 43. But anytime we break this trend line, that's where we'll put this measured move in. So let's say we rode it all the way for a few weeks down to 47 over here. That would get us down to about 28,000, which again would be our same low here. Now let's take a look at the other way I was looking at this. This wasn't. So if it was an ABC, the target would be approximately And again, guys, I'm not thinking it's going to be ABC. I think it's still going to be some kind of triangle if we are in the bear market, which I do believe we still are. And that'd be around the 21 to 22,000 range. But if it was to be an ABCDE triangle, which I think there's a good possibility, but remember, we have to get rejected here for that. This will all be invalidated if we break this 59,250. If we start getting support on that, then I'll become bullish. Otherwise, I have no reason to become bullish. I've said that since we've had this green line in here back in what, May, middle of May, when we put that in there, and I said I would be bearish unless we cross this green line. And people are saying, well, it could be 100. I highly doubt Bitcoin's just gonna stick around in this area. And we're gonna take a look at traditional markets too. But so if this was the case, if you guys remember how it did a triangle over here in 2019, the measured move almost hit exactly. But then here we had like a A, and then this triangle was a B and then a C. And we would take it from this smaller little triangle over here, and that's what gave us our target. So as this forms, if it does do something more like this, I think it's going to be something in between the 17, 18, and the 19 bear market, if that is the case. So let's take a look at what that would look like. We would take a measured move, but like I said, it would all depend on what forms here and how. You know, a lot of people think, because this is why I'm remaining bearish here, guys, because this count, let me show you right here. We had this count drawn out back in March, right after the dump. We did call the top, but then let's put this on here. This is a 5-wave impulse. This is wave 1, and these measure out correctly, guys. That was 4 and 5 right here. So that's a 5-wave impulse, but it does look like we're getting a 5-wave impulse here, but according to Elliott Wave, that can't happen. That's why I remain bearish, guys, unless we can get above this 57.9, and then again 57.92, which, or 59,250 would be my last call for the bear market. After that, it would be invalidated. If you guys are interested in trading, check out PHEMEX. I do have a tutorial video right here. Check it out. It also has promo code SAVVY50 to get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit to use as a bonus towards your margin. So if you put in 1 Bitcoin, you get a half a Bitcoin bonus to use towards your margin. Savvy25 gets you 25% off your fees. And if you watch this video, it tells you where to put those in there and how to get them. So let's take a look at it. So this is a clean chart. Which one is this? Okay. Let's take a look at it real quick and just show you what I'm looking at. I'll show you what I mean by the measurements. So this, right when wave 2 hit here, we called 3 and 4. And if you look, it was pretty simple. We take your Fibonacci extension, go from the top of 1 to the bottom of 2. Or I'm sorry, the beginning of 2 to the top of 2, and then down. And that got our 1.618 Fibonacci extension. And then if we went from our wave 3 top right here to the bottom to the 4, this is why I was expecting lower here. But all 5 has to do is break past 4 right here. And when it did hit there, I said it was possible that 5 was over, but I was not confident in that. Now let's take a look at the bullish case, how this could turn out. Either way, I think we're due for either a big retracement or to continue the bear market. So how we could look at this, let's measure it out first. Look at this as wave 1 right here, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5. This would be, see where that gets. That gets to the 3.618 on the 5th wave, but the 1-to-1 was right here, or I'm sorry, 1.618 was right there. So that should have ended the 3 wave, and then 4, and then 5. But let's take a Fibonacci retracement off this. If we've topped out here, and if it's bullish, this would be how you would figure out Whoops. I did that backwards, sorry. So put your Fibonacci. Dang it, I did it again. Put your Fibonacci retracement from the swing low over here to the swing high. And if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which would be a wave 1, then we would expect a wave 2 down. It could go all the way down to the 35,000. So we're going to watch these fibs on the way down. Again, I think we still go lower, or at least get back down to our 28 if we are in a bear market. But if we do get a bounce, a hefty bounce at the 38 to 39,000 right here, then we could look for the next bull count. But like I said, even if this is bullish, that's why I'm still in my shorts and I'm confident in them, is even if we came down to here and made a wave 2 around that, around, let's say 49,000, that would get us a bounce looking something like this. And again, guys, it doesn't happen in a couple candles and just end in a couple days. This will take serious time. So if we looked at this as a wave 1, this is the bullish case again. I'm saying this is what's happening. So that would get our wave 3 all the way up here. And guys, everybody wants to talk about the bull market has to go till December. Well, if this count was true, it would have to go way past December to get that count in there. So another reason that I just don't see it. All right, let's go. But everybody wants, I don't know, everybody wants to talk about every time it's got to go to December. Well, that's a great way for the whales to wreck you. If you guys would, check out my wife's webpage, anchorimage.com. There is a Bitcoin section. You can put anything you want on any of this stuff. She makes a lot of cool gifts. So they're saying Christmas gifts are going to be hard to come by. Check it out. She can put family pictures or whatever you want on any of this stuff. Definitely check it out. She's got an oops section too. There's a link down below, anchorimage.com, along with my other affiliate links below. So this was our last hope for the bulls. They did get back above the blue trend line here. But as you guys know, this is where I called the bear market once we broke this parabolic arc here. I still am sticking to that unless it gets invalidated in the ways I've showed you. Now we're going to get into the dollar. So we've talked about this chart many times. If you look here, every time the dollar tops out on this top trend line, Bitcoin bottoms. It topped over here in March 2020, Bitcoin bottom. Every time the dollar bottoms on this bottom trend line, Bitcoin is topped. Every time the dollar bottoms, Bitcoin is topped. The dollar is extremely strong. As you guys know, for the last year, I've been talking about being bullish on the dollar. And where are we at here? This is the dollar. We talked about this here being an Adam and Eve. And the dollar is getting ready to break out. We do have a measured move up to here, but that could take months. It doesn't have to happen in a day. But if you look at where the daily's at right now on the dollar, it is looking to break out. Once we do break this 94.42, I think the dollar has a long ways to the upside to go, and that will drag Bitcoin down. As you guys can see, we had this red line here that was to show the bearish divergence. If we closed below that last week, which we did, and you can see what's happening, traditional markets are dumping, gold dumping, silver dumping, Litecoin. We had this line right here for Litecoin to, I told you, a close above this to erase the hidden bearish divergence here, and we did not. If we were able to break the 189, I'd be looking for possibly up to 260 for Litecoin. Litecoin is an extremely slow mover lately. Ethereum, here would be the high. That would be a double top. That's the measured move of this falling channel right here. But we did make hidden bearish divergence there too, because we did not break above our trend line from the last video. And that, my friends, is about it. These are the areas we got to watch, see what happens, see where this closes today, see how it reacts. If it can break above this trend line and get support, like I said, the next stop is at 59,250. And after that, then this is totally invalid. But we could still go all the way up to there. But as of right now, this is the line that I'm watching, 57,908. Still on this trend line here. And like I said, what I expect to see here is probably come back down, maybe retest this bottom trend line. If we get a bounce there, maybe another higher high if this was to hold. But I do see this trend line breaking. Yep, that's what I'm looking at. Down the ship. Can do a tutorial videos? Yeah, we'll do some on my next members live. I'll probably do a members live one night this evening. We'll go through some stuff, so make sure you guys join in. I'll answer your questions, and we'll go through how to use different tools and stuff. So back to Florida next week. You're from the UK. I'm happy. Mike, what's up, man? Derek, what's up? Ed, Daniel, Schmidt, Khalid, Alton. Anyways, guys, I wanted to get this video out to you. I will be keeping in contact tonight. I'll be watching this on Twitter. So make sure you give me a follow on Twitter. It's at CryptoSavvy. Tons of hate on there. Check it out. Also, join our Discord. Links down below. Totally free, guys. Check it out. Great community. Both bulls and bears in there having a good time. So take it easy, guys. Like I said, if we do have a major dump tonight, which is possible, or if we break out heavily, I will probably head back to the studio and make a video. We'll watch it live. But as of right now, like I said, I'm looking for this to hold here. So thanks again, guys. Take it easy. I'm out.